Hey everyone, Reza here, and today we're going to be diving into the 8BitDo Ultimate 2C 2.4 GHz, a wireless controller that has Hall effect triggers and joysticks that works on PC, Xbox, and mobile. One thing to note is that this review is more for Indian viewers and is viable for others too. Priced around $25 to $30 on Amazon and the official site, Indian viewers can expect it to be in the 3000 to 4000 rupees range. And for you guys specifically, I have a different source for the product. All purchase links are in the description down below. The controller is available in 6 colors and right now has one special edition. It also comes in a wired and wired Bluetooth only variant. Now, let's move on to the unboxing. I bought this controller from a local seller in Delhi through WhatsApp. The packaging was extremely good and the box was in perfect condition. Inside, you'll find the USB-C cable, the controller itself, and the essential 2.4 GHz dongle. It's a standard no-frills unboxing. Now onto the features. The Ultimate 2C supports multiple connection options including wired via USB-C, 2.4 GHz via wireless via dongle, Bluetooth, and has up to 1000 Hz polling rate. I'll show my testing and explain the terms in a bit. The ABXY buttons and D-pad are membrane but feel good, while everything else feels satisfyingly tactile. Crucially, the triggers are full Hall effect analog and you get two programmable L4 and R4 buttons at the top. The official software handles firmware updates. Mine's on 1.09, the latest as of June 20th, 2025. Customization, however, is quite limited, offering only a few modifiers built into the controller. With a 480 mAh battery, it fully recharges in just about 2 hours. I've consistently seen about 19 hours of playtime with the wireless dongle, and Bluetooth has been well within the stated 31 hours in their website. I've literally used this controller for like 2 weeks and I don't think I've recharged it, and I use it about 30 minutes to an hour a day. Now let's move on to the design. For the price, the build quality is truly impressive. I personally opted for the purple shade. Holding it, the plastic feels high quality, sturdy, and perfectly weighted. No creaking whatsoever. The buttons, joysticks, and triggers feel smooth and premium. I do, however, notice a slight rattle when I shake it, though it seems to be a non-issue in actual use. As you can see, it features the Xbox layout with the plus and minus menu buttons borrowed from the Switch Pro controller. The additional square button handles mapping while the star acts as a share button. On the back, a convenient switch lets you swap between the wireless modes. The only minor inconvenience I've found is the D-pad, which can feel a little wonky and may not be ideal for precision platformers like Celeste. However, with use, it could be less of an issue. Now let's move on to the performance and connectivity. While I can't speak too much about long-term use just yet, my research indicates very few reported issues, and if you do encounter any, the seller Kishore Games offers support. Performance-wise, this controller truly shines. It boasts a 1000 Hz polling rate for both wired and 2.4 GHz connections. My tests confirm this. Wired connections consistently hit around 925 Hz on average and reaching the advertised 1000 Hz. Even wirelessly, within 2 to 3 meters of the dongle, the polling rate is virtually identical to wired. Then with those Hall effect triggers and sticks, the risk of stick drift is extremely low. In my gaming sessions, I experienced zero connection or performance issues. The controller is incredibly comfortable too and feels natural to hold. With my medium-sized hands, it's a perfect fit, and I believe it would suit smaller hands well too. However, users with very large hands might find it a little less comfortable. I could game for extended periods without any problems except for one minor point. The bumper buttons are a bit less spammy than, say, a mouse click, and have a very slight squish to them. This might be important for players of very fast-paced games. Mobile connectivity is also seamless, no connection issues here, and the Bluetooth pairing is incredibly simple. Just switch to Bluetooth mode, power on the controller, and press and hold the top pair button for 3 seconds. It's really nice to have such a portable wireless controller. For this review, my benchmark was the PowerA wired controller, which I bought for around 2.5k some time ago. This 8BitDo is a significant upgrade. The polling rate is literally 4 times higher, and the PowerA was literally wired only. While I noticed a clear difference in fast-paced games like Devil May Cry and Call of Duty, casual gamers likely won't find the polling rate difference as impactful. The build quality is also a massive improvement over my old one. The PowerA had cheap, light triggers and noticeable creaking, and its analog sticks weren't even Hall effect. Now, let me tell you where to buy this controller. For everyone watching the video, I will leave a link down in the description of all the official retailers mentioned in 8BitDo's official site, so you guys better check that out. Moving on, if you're from India, this is the part you do not want to miss. As of July 1st, 2025, there's a new official seller for 8BitDo on Amazon India. This is great news for us as we can possibly get fast shipping and buyer protection. As of now, the controllers may be out of stock, and please take note that there are only a few controllers available, like the wired variant of the Ultimate 2C and only the base Ultimate controller. So we might need to wait a while for the controller in this review to be added, but it's hands down gonna be the safest and most convenient option in the future. If you're impatient, please do check out Kishore Games, a trusted independent seller based in Delhi. I personally bought my unit from him, super smooth experience, great pricing and delivery in just 4 days. His base price is 3000 plus shipping for the wireless version of the Ultimate 2C. Just to clarify, this isn't a paid promotion, I'm simply happy with my purchase. You might also come across Banggood, but as of today, it might just be better to wait for the availability in Amazon or buy from Kishore Games. One important warning, avoid MX2 games. There have been multiple reports of scams, with some buyers losing a lot of money, so don't take that risk. TLDR, for quick delivery in India for a good price, go with the official seller on Amazon or Kishore Games. Now, let's move on to the pros and cons of the controller. Firstly, the pros. It has Hall effect triggers and joysticks, which of course is one of its main selling points. The wireless polling rate is nearly, if not entirely as good as the wired, which is 1000Hz, and Bluetooth is 500Hz. It has a really good battery life and goes days without worrying about charging it. The controller features the Xbox layout, which I personally prefer. It generally feels great in the hand with every aspect except for the D-pad, which has a little to be desired. On to the cons. The D-pad feels a little off and may hinder your controls in certain games, especially platformers and fighting games. There is also some minor internal rattle, probably a non-issue. Now, looking at this, I feel that the pros far outweigh the cons. Again, except for the D-pad, that may be a deal breaker. Now, let's move to my final conclusion. Overall, for under 3.5k, this controller is an outstanding purchase. It checks all the crucial boxes: 1000Hz polling, Hall effect triggers and sticks, and dual mode wireless. I see myself using this controller for a very long time. If you're interested in a similar controller, please check out the GameSir Nova Lite 2, which is pretty much a direct competitor to the Ultimate 2C. Personally, I'd stick with Kishore Games or Amazon to buy the Ultimate 2C. Kishore Games also stocks other 8BitDo controllers like the Ultimate 2. And again, just to reiterate, these are my genuine recommendations and not paid endorsements. Thank you for watching. If you find this review helpful, please give a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more reviews. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.